I'm cackling.
Like, I don't know where. I mean, I could see where you got that. I can see where you got that, but that's not what that says at all. Those are two different games.
Well, that's not what it means entirely.
No, it's amazing what a letter could do. It was like, where did he even see it? Like, okay, given the game is okay. I could see how it's on the list for this one category, but it's not even there. It's not even a game. Sin, you're giving me heart palpitations.
I thought you was going to say Palpatines.
Palpatines.
Heart just going, do it.
Do it. The lightning is shooting out of the ventricles and the veins. That's what my heart just looks like. Bah!
Unlimited.
I'm dying. Now, yes, I am young and tired. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mark Summers, Major Linux, twitch.tv/Major Linux, and it's time. I did not get enough breath that time, so I'm sorry. For another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. For November 21st, 2024, it is officially 1 month into my job. They seem to like me.
Hand clap of praise.
Hooray.
30 days in.
Hooray.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm joined this week and every week by Kev. It's your boy, Kev, in the building.
What's good, everybody?
And it looks like the sunflower fields are ablaze because we have the sunflower sovereign, Sinziak, in what seems like the eternal flames of the remains of Twitter, which also could just be called hell.
Yeah. Both pretty hot and full of trolls, but you know.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, that did not play at all.
I can't. Just even the crackles alone just get spooked me. Like, oh.
So before we get any further, I just wanted to show off. Look what I got. Look what I got. It's a New Jersey.
Hey.
So courtesy of the Corporate Esports Association, yes, it is corporate, mainly because big tech companies, when they're not fucking you up, fucking you over, they have pretty cool employees that do work there. Some of them are gamers, and some of them actually participate in esports for charity. I, being a former Overwatch player for Red Hat before I was let go, during my job hiatus, if you will, I volunteered
sabbatical.
to be my forced sabbatical, if you will.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on forced sabbaticals. I'm just letting you know.
I volunteered to be the game lead for Call of Duty this year, or at least for the fall season, and we're wrapping things up. And shouts out to CEA. They sent me this awesome jersey with my gamer tag on the back, a hat that I cannot wear because my locks, but will probably go to my hat museum, which I actually might get something to hang them on.
You might need an headband.
I mean, I'll see. I'll check with them and see if they'll get that, because I think they are looking to open it up a merch store. I don't know. And a whole bunch of stickers, keychains, and all like that. So definitely want to give a shout out to the folks over at CEA. If you are working and got a few people who want to play some esports, definitely check them out. again, these gamers do play for charity. So yeah, it's an overall good organization. Something cool you could be doing while slaving your life away and slowly losing your rights. Look, hey, creating an esports team may be the closest thing you can get to a union. Why not try? But yeah, just want to say, oh man, this jersey's so nice. I went to work today. It's the first time that anybody at my job has ever seen my gamer tag. I have been wearing my red hat jersey to work, but I've been wearing a jacket over it so nobody gets to see the back and nobody sees the name on it. But today I was like, no, I want to show the whole thing. This is the lightest colored thing I own. that I own that I want to wear.
Right.
Because it is big, it is flowy.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely looking flowy now.
Oh, it's so great. It's so great.
Just airy and effervescent.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing. Look, moisture wicking shirts and jerseys are the best shirts. But only when you're like sweating. Do not don't wear this any other time. That wind will cut right through it. Whoop.
Ooh, chill. Is that the breeze?
Very chilly. Are we getting moo-moos? So look, I don't know who makes moo-moos.
Oh.
Would I rock a moo-moo though? I think I would, just for shits and giggles.
Like there is a. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think I wear. I think I wear a moo-moo as well.
All I can say is though, we are still waiting on our baseball jerseys. She ain't here. But gentlemen, how are y'all doing this week?
I'm good.
What would it be a onesie of?
I am as good as reasonable.
I can't wear onesies. It had to be moo-moos.
Wait, moo-moos are onesies? Moo-moos are onesies for the pod?
Yeah.
Robe.
Oh.
Can it be like one of them velvet ones, like the smoking? I want a smoking jacket.
I can see you with a smoke jacket.
Now, if we're going to go for moo-moos, I'm going to suggest that we upgrade that just a touch, and we opt for caftans.
Like the
look this up. What is this?
Like the Saudis?
Mm-hmm. A caftan.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so
for those of you who are looking that up, what?
And this looks like a female garment. I don't know. Hold on. Oh, maybe I spelled it wrong. Oh, I did spell it wrong.
Yeah.
That shit looks dope. Let's go.
Yeah. I ain't gonna do the headpiece, but I'll definitely do like a kufi neck and then put one of them on. Yeah, I look pretty nice in those.
Yeah, let's go on ahead and like lean into those African fashions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen several Palestinians wear it at protests, so that's where my head was, but that's almost about where my head is most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dajin, Verge, Ruin, welcome. Dajin, I misspelled it, and that's why I was getting incorrect results. But yeah, we got some tech and gaming news to talk about. Also some streaming news, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Of course, we're going back in time to our previous episode for a Where Are They Now segment. Or at least where are they going?
Yeah. Where are they going?
Got some Twitch and Twitter news. More Twitch news after that. Well, long time after that. And some gaming news. Some good, some bad. It's a mix. But let's get into it, shall we? Starting with Razzlekhan. Or maybe we would start with Razzlekhan if the monitor was working.
Monitor be right.
No, it's all right. I switched the outputs on the monitor. Oh, because I forgot to tell you guys something happened. What is happening? Why is it? Okay, monitor is not being right. Let's just get rid of that source. Bear with me for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, that broke it. Yeah, for some reason it's not wanting. Oh, it was on capture cursor. That's also still not working. Yeah, the monitor is not working at all.
Do not look behind the curtain.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. OBS is broken. Like for real.
Almost broke for a little bit.
OBS is broken because it's not wanting to show the monitor I want to show.
Uh-oh. Might have to move it up to the other monitor.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to have to do, unfortunately.
Okay. These things happen in content creation. Bear
There we
with
go. So now I'm just going to be looking in the other direction for things. Give me a second while I move a window. That's okay. There we go. All right. This is weird. I don't like this at all. I don't like what's happening. Anywho, Razzlekhan. Of course, longtime viewers of this show will remember Razzlekhan, the rapper known as, or the rapper also known as Heather Morgan, is receiving 18 months in prison for fraud and conspiracy charges after helping her husband launder stolen Bitcoin that's now worth about $11 billion.
Wow.
Of course, and I don't think they did. They definitely did link the video. Mrs. Morgan issued a statement on Twitter, saying she will soon be telling my story, sharing my thoughts, and telling you more about the creative and other endeavors I've been working on. Also, apparently there's going to be a Netflix documentary series film called Dutch and Razzlekhan.
Yeah, I might have to watch that one. Yeah, I might have to watch it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I might have to watch it. Yep.
Can I just ask a question?
Yes.
What was the reason you subjected everybody to like having to listen to that for more than 2 seconds?
Because I am an agent of chaos is why.
If you want people to get free, my guy, this isn't the way to do it. I would like you and assume that you were over here trying to poison. That you were trying to poison my ears and would ignore you.
What if I was serving as a vaccine? It was subjecting everybody to a little bit of the virus so that their bodies could get used to it and then learn to reject the real thing.
I'm going to tell you like this. You want to know about those poisonous fish underwater that we don't feel the need to microdose those poisons so we can just eat those fish? We just decide to leave those fish the entire fuck alone. That right there is the thing that we should have done with this. This person over here is looking like Igloo Australia over here for crypto, and we knew better than that. You knew better than that. You knew better than that. Don't make me have to pull Q-Tip on the show and have him correct you. Don't do it. A tribe called Quest is going to have to come over here and issue corrections. I hate that for all of us.
Oh, we just want to have a little bit of fun. That's it.
You know something? Because I actually care about y'all, have decided to get access to sale for Haymarket books.
Nice.
It turns out that there is I'm going to go ahead and grab a little link right here and drop that in the Discord.
Is it the 10 books for 10 books to free ourselves for free?
Yep.
I think I shared that in the Discord. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I was putting it in places, but I don't remember where I put them.
It's currently available for the next 16 hours.
Ooh, yes, hurry up. I already got mine. Yes, please hurry. Run now. Wait, where did you put it?
I said I put it in the Discord DMs. I wasn't joking.
Oh, I thought you were sharing it with the rest of the class here.
I can do that. That is a link to the post on Blue Sky where that lives. Here is the relevant link to the actual books themselves. It is a free and or pay what you want to for them. So I was kind of like, you know something, here's $10 because, you know, when am I going to ever get any of these books for $1?
I should go back and probably put something on that. I might have. I don't know. It was so long ago. And so long ago could be like a week ago. Let's see here. Moving on from the crypto rap juggernaut, and not as in NOT. Amazon and SpaceX attack U.S. labor watchdog in court. That's right. You remember Jeff Bezos or Andy what's-his-face and Elon Musk have gone on a tirade saying that, you know, the NLRB is unconstitutional somehow. Apparently they have now been taken to court. Amazon and SpaceX are seeking to hamstring the National Labor Relations Board, asking a court to declare its processes for upholding labor law unconstitutional. But judges on a 3-person panel appeared skeptical when the companies presented their arguments on Monday. In 2 separate court cases before the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, the 2 companies argued that the NLRB is unlawfully forcing them to participate in administrative law proceedings over alleged anti-labor actions. The Amazon case centers around whether it's required to bargain with the union at its JFK 8 fulfillment center on Staten Island. You know, where my boy Chris Smalls is at. It's not my boy. I wish he was my boy. Chris Smalls, if you're listening, can we be boys? Just, I'm gonna be your boy. I want you to be my boy. While the SpaceX case involves a charge by former employees who claim they were fired after being critical of CEO Elon Musk. A ruling in favor of the companies could undermine the NLRB's power to enforce protections for workers. It comes just as vocal, and it's going to be hard for me to say this, but I'm going to power through. Pro-union Joe Biden, because he's not, is leaving office and deregulation-friendly President-elect Donald Trump takes over. Trump notably counts Musk among his chief allies after his massive fundraising push. The NLRB is an independent agency with 5 board members appointed by the president to 5-year terms. Well, I do want to clarify a statement here. Joe Biden is not pro-union. If you remember at the beginning of his presidency, he broke up a union strike just to get trains moving again. And people can make the argument whatever they want, but again, if a president is stepping in front of a labor dispute to break up the labor dispute and not concede to the concessions of the union, then you are not pro-union. I'm gonna say you're definitely pro-business here. You know, some people will like to argue that's not the case, but again, if a union strike is being broken up by a president, that president is not pro-union, regardless of whatever the fuck he says, or regardless of whoever the union stands behind. Because I think even the Teamsters figured that shit out. It's like, yeah, neither one of these presidents were pro-union, as much as they claim they were. Especially when you got a union who's saying, hey, we call for a ceasefire in Palestine. We call for an arms embargo. But, you know, Mr. Fine, I can't remember his first name, but the head of the United Auto Workers backs Biden and then Harris, who both have famously said that they stand 10 toes down for Israel. But, you know, hey, I guess if they write it on a website, it must be true. They are pro-union. With all that out of the way, yeah, this is something Amazon and SpaceX have been doing for quite some time. Hopefully it won't go through, but also seeing a lot of stuff like this here, it looks like it's almost like a moot point, right? Because all these companies have to, like, I don't even know why they're even suing, because all they would have to do is just wait. The people who are in the NLRB will be out while Trump is in office. Trump could either fill the seats or not, and then call it a day. Because, you know, especially with Elon Musk being or leading the Doge department, who's to say that they won't cut the NLRB? And it's like, with that on top of actually no, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, well, what do you gentlemen think on that, on this particular issue?
I mean, yeah, it's always one of those situations where, like, you don't want to see, like, rights and bargaining power taken away, but, you know, especially when it comes to people who say they're pro-union and they clearly are not. But like I say, it's gonna be a bit of setback in the fight for, you know, for people, right? It's a rough set of circumstances to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing where, like, I really hope that it's a thing where, like, I want to be hopeful, but I know, given what's about to happen in the next 60 some odd days,
yeah,
that it's not.
Yeah.
And this is like another one of those wake up calls for people.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, you could be like a lot of the Democrats who were just like, oh no, there's fascism coming, even though it's already been here, but, you know, white folks.
Yeah.
White folks. They see it late.
Yeah.
But oh no, fascism is coming. And then when fascism's here, it's like, we're going to open the door because we have to be civil.
Mm-hmm.
It's the peaceful transfer of power. We know it's fascism, but we got to let them in, and we're not going to do anything to stop it or protect the democracy we screamed so much about since 2020. Because we couldn't get our shit together to get the charges pressed on the dude earlier. Had 4 fucking years. Delay after delay after delay. Y'all could have had this man in prison. Now, as soon as the dude gets elected, the Department of Justice is like, you know what? He's the president now. We can't do anything to him while he's the president. It's time to close the books. We did all we could. This time, tear it down. Tear it the fuck down. There are no other alternatives at this point. Twitter adds Twitch to its advertising boycott lawsuit. Twitch is now on the docket for Twitter's lawsuit against companies that stopped advertising. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I was making it big. Advertising on the social media site. Twitter admitted its lawsuit on Monday to include Twitch's defendants in its lawsuit in a federal court in Wichita Falls, Texas, according to Reuters. The new complaint claims that the game stream site owned by Amazon stopped purchasing ads on Twitter at the end of 2022. Twitter alleges that Twitch and other companies conspired with the World Federation of Advertisers Network's Global Alliance for Responsible Media initiative to withhold billions of dollars in advertising revenue from Elon Musk's social media company. I mean, how does a lawsuit like this? I'm still baffled by the fact that this is even a lawsuit. Like, how can you sue somebody for not wanting to spend money on your platform? Is it that the right or their choice?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't we argue that this is fascism? No?
I mean, we could.
Which would therefore mean that it existed before 2024, before Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if Twitch stopped buying ads at the end of 2022, this was before whenever that boycott happened. Because the end of 22 was around the time I left Twitter. And if I'm not mistaken, that boycott happened somewhere in the middle of 2023, where Elon Musk said with his whole chest, and correct me if I'm wrong, he said, fuck them.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Like, just, it seemed like he didn't care, but now all of a sudden he does?
Oh no, he cared before, but it was just one of those things that was like, he was saying, you know, like when somebody's, you know, when you break up with somebody or somebody breaks up with you, you have all this pain and thing on you, like, well, fuck you. You know what? Go fuck yourself, man. I hate it here. That was his level. But just so happens, like so many other rich people, he was on a stage when that happened. He was being interviewed for a speaking tour when that happened. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, oh, so you hurting. And so now the lawsuit is the extra bit of the, like, well, if you're not gonna take me back, then I'm just gonna go. You know what? I'm just gonna like sue you. How about that? And that's where we are.
Oh, so man, baby energy.
Exactly.
More
money than Riz. That's where it is.
Damn. The Saudis couldn't buy him Riz, man.
Mm-mm. No, No, the Saudis didn't have enough res for him. He came with none of that. He had all they had was money, but what they really needed to give him was res.
Papa, I want real res.
Mm-hmm. Daddy issues made manifest.
Let's see. Next up, if you have an old iPhone in your closet, why recycle it? But hey, the iPhone XS Max and more are being added to the vintage pile of Apple products. The iPhone 6s Plus with 32 gigabytes of storage. Also marked as vintage or obsolete. The Apple Watch Series 2 is marked as obsolete. I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you got those products, that's it. That's all she wrote. There's nothing for you now. Moving on. I think we've talked on the show before about Microsoft wanting to give you a subscription to a cloud version of Microsoft Office. Apparently that is a thing that is happening currently. And now Microsoft will sell you a $350 box to connect to their cloud Windows instance. Now I'm going to say for $350, you can buy a whole ass computer. But at least now you have this Windows 365 link.
Mm. Big.
Windows 365 Link is a small, lightweight device that Microsoft claims can immediately wake from sleep, boot up in seconds, and locally process video conferencing solutions like Microsoft Teams. It doesn't store local data or apps, has security baseline policies enabled, and doesn't allow for individuals to disable security features. Plus, logging in requires Microsoft Entra ID along with Microsoft Authenticator app or USB security keys. The new device also works with dual 4K monitors and has an audio port, 4 USB ports, and an Ethernet port, Bluetooth 5.3, and Wi-Fi 6E. The Windows 365 Link is currently available in preview, but should come to select areas in April 2025 for $349. Raspberry Pi streaming box, cool. So what company doesn't want all their data owned by Microsoft? Yeah, I don't know about all this, dog. Like $365. I know it's Black Friday time, but see, I have one client who buys Dell Thin clients so their staff can access Windows 365 Cloud PCs. But what is it? I mean, do they cost $350? Like, why is this not like a $100 product? I'm still trying to figure out why the PlayStation Portal costs $200. Well, so I'm gonna pull up this laptop computers over here at Best Buy. Like off the rip, first one on top, $350, an HP laptop. Imagine being like, I don't need your money, then going, wait, I wasn't serious.
It's all fun and games to the receipt come out.
Pretty sure those thin clients cost more. That's ridiculous. Why are thin clients like a Nook? I feel like a Nook costs like 350. I'm probably wrong. It's been on since I've looked at Nooks. But yeah, like here's a $350 laptop right here.
I would just
like I would spend $350 on this.
Yeah. I wouldn't like say I myself like if we're talking about like office PCs, yeah, get you like a couple of Nucks and like a brace, a Nuck brace, and slap it up behind the PC and you're good. There's your all-in-one PC right there.
Or I mean, just buy an all-in-one PC.
No, because see, if you buy all-in-one PC and something goes wrong with that part, you're fucked. Because then you'd have to send the whole thing back. By having the Nuck, something goes wrong with the Nuck, you just replace the Nuck. You just flash it, and then clone the drives, and then like push the new image to the new Nuck. Nuck for $1. Laughing, but yeah, all the ones are not good because all the ones basically, if something was to break, then you'd have to be like, oh great. You either have to take it back or try to fix it yourself.
I have fixed
like
I have done maintenance on an all-in-one PC, but I do get the point.
Yeah.
It would be easy if I just took the Nuck and went away with it.
Right.
And actually, I think a Nuck and a monitor would be cheaper than an all-in-one PC. I think those like even retail for $1,000, which makes no fucking sense.
That's weird, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
a problem.
It'd be cheap. It'd be cheap. Like I say again, just clone your drives, or like clone the image, and then boom, redo the new Nuck or a new drive.
I don't understand what is in that thing for $350. Like, what is in that 365 link that costs $365? Like, I could get this laptop for $365 or $350. And I'm gonna keep saying $365. Like, that means something other than $365, but I mean $350. But like $350 will get me a laptop. But instead, Microsoft wants me to buy this.
Mm-hmm.
I just,
like I say, the only way I would definitely say a Nuck means something is if it's like they want you to be at for like strictly office PCs, but without having like Dell Inspirons sitting on your desk. Or like think PCs sitting up there. The Optiplex. The old
Nook
Dell
13 right here, $300.
Yeah, and just slap that on the back of the PC. Just like I say, mount it to the back of the PC, or hell, mount it under the desk.
And like that seems like that's on a discount. It retails for $340.
Mm-hmm.
For $50 more, you can get this the Nuck 14 Pro.
I wonder what enterprising, like if you buy like a bunch, what would the price per unit be?
I could request a quote and get back to you in 2 weeks.
Clap. Nah, it'd be 3 because next week's Thanksgiving.
Huh?
Next week's Thanksgiving.
Well, that's what I'm saying. 2 weeks. Because it won't be next week when I'll get back to you. It will be the second week.
3.
How was that 3?
No, it'll be 3 weeks before you get back to me. It'd be 2 weeks before you get to the quote, and then the week before you get back to us.
No, I expected to get the quote in like a couple of days to where I can't report it to you next week. I'll have to wait till the next. So it'll be 2 weeks. What are you saying? Stop doing this to me. I need that quote by Thanksgiving.
I'd be like, you can give me that quote by Thanksgiving. I'll be gone.
Like, whatever.
I'll be making macaroni and cheese and watching the parade. I ain't doing that.
Look, I can do you one better. $245. The Asus Expert Center PN42.
Even better. $100 cheap. $100 cheaper. again, slap it up behind the monitor, or slap it up under a desk.
We don't even need a quote because they don't look like they give it to us. No, you just buy these.
Supports triple displays. Noise.
You do love a small form factor.
You even get configurable ports.
That's the thing that I'm always like. That's one thing I'm always like thing about is like in an office setting where space is at a premium, it would have to be a NUC.
I was like, how are you gonna get triple displays? But it's like a DPI and an HDMI. But then I see that this configurable port can either be a display port or an HDMI or a VGA.
Yeah, it's VGA. You can get an EVGA to display port adapter.
No, I'm saying like the port it configures. Like you can choose an extra HDMI or display port, or you can get a VGA.
Oh, I see
That's where that
ports.
Third display comes from.
Oh. Imagine the display port and 2 HDMIs. Ooh.
Or HDMI and 2 display ports.
Even better.
Or a display port, HDMI, and a VGA.
Oh, what about?
It's like USB-C, so you can just plug in anything.
I was about to say that, man.
Or you plug in a serial port. It just gets serial output.
Oh no, that's okay. Now that's crazy. I mean, you got like serial ports. Be like, yeah, finally I can hook up my giant cathode monitor.
Look, you even get an RGB power button that will tell you the status.
Oh, that's probably good. That'll probably replace beep code. Be like,
I'm mad white is the default button though.
Cereal with an S, Diogen.
He know. Even get a remote control hooked up to it. You can hook up anything. Printers, barcode scanners, routers, and modems. What? It's got storage.
Now I would not be surprised if registers were definitely running NUCs, because that would make sense. Cash POS systems were running NUCs. We're sitting on NUCs. The future is NUC.
Look at a little desk mount kit.
Oh,
just mounted the bottom of your desk, just out of the way.
I'm saying you just slap it up under the desk.
And Microsoft wants us to buy this? No, thank you.
No, I'm good.
Pass.
The cranberry sauce.
In Porch Pirate news, apparently they are collaborating with AT&T to track iPhone deliveries. A new report today suggests that Porch Pirates thieves who steal packages left on doorsteps shortly after delivery have accessed tracking data from AT&T systems to follow iPhone deliveries. There's been a marked uptick in iPhones being stolen from doorsteps after being ordered from AT&T and delivered by FedEx, apparently with the help of real-time delivery updates. Thieves are somehow getting tracking numbers or similar tracking information for iPhone deliveries, so they get real-time updates about when and where packages are delivered, allowing them to swoop in the moment the package status changes. AT&T is one of the few telecom companies that in many cases doesn't require signatures for high-value... What? I thought that was a rule for the delivery people, not for the shipper. Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, because if that were the case, FedEx would require signatures for everything. They don't. They're just like, hey, if you tell us to send this without asking for a signature, we will just send it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
ring the doorbell or nothing.
Yeah, for every high value item I've had, they've always required me to sign for it, especially when it was getting iPhones.
What's that?
Yeah, when iPhone delivery day was like, I made sure I was home.
There have been many times when I was like waiting for this exact phone. I had to be like coiled. Like I had to literally be like a gargoyle watching the mail, because it's like, I know ain't nobody gonna let me know this bad boy's outside.
Doorbell cameras, everything. Y'all gonna say something.
Like I got cameras too, because I'm like, oof. Well, like, oh yeah, let me check my camera, see if my stuff outside. There it is.
I still remember that one time I had a delivery and the picture that was sent was sideways and blurry as fuck. Like they sent it through my package and ran and tried to take the picture.
Yeah, it just be like the picture, the camera also. They like, oh wait, hey, oh, the package like, oh, hey.
Speaking of Porch Pirate, so I ordered a new MX Master last week. Actually this weekend. I ordered it this past weekend. And when they delivered it, it was like one of those orders I made late at night, to where they was like, oh yeah, we'll deliver it between 4 and 7 a.m. So okay, whatever. However, when they delivered it, the picture they showed was not my front door. And I'm like, I have no idea where this house is. So I tried to let Amazon know, and I don't think it went through, but it was at least late enough on a Saturday where I was like, all right, look, I'm just going to go walk down the street. Like they couldn't have went to the wrong house, like in another neighborhood. It has to be on my street.
Yeah.
So I walked down the street, and lo and behold, it was just the next door neighbor. My son was with me as I was doing this, and boy, he had so many questions.
Yeah, he did.
About what I was doing.
Of course. As per usual.
Why are you knocking on the door, Daddy? Why'd you ring the doorbell? What are we doing here? Are we going to take this package? Is it okay to take this package, Daddy? Look, I took every picture, like almost like took a selfie with the package in front of the lady's door. Like, look, if I'm doing this much and people are watching me do it, then obviously I'm supposed to be there. Like, I don't want them to call the cops. Look, I don't know. This crook looked so confident. He took a selfie with the package he stole.
Hilarious.
What doorbell camera do I have? I don't know. I've got the one that came with my alarm system, and I hate it. I really want to replace it with a Ring doorbell, but
it's probably Google Nest.
It's not.
It's not?
No, it is not.
Oh.
That's why I want to replace it. If it was Google Nest, I would be okay, but it is not.
They tried to just give us Google when they put our cameras in, and then it was like, yeah, I don't know about how good your Wi-Fi is, so we might have to hardwire it. So they had to drill in. They had drill lines to the house, and I was like, okay.
Look, I'm at a point, Ruin, where I want a Ring. I used to have a Ring doorbell at my old house, and I want the Ring back. That's how bad the shit at my house is right now.
I think you might have to make a decision.
I mean, I've seen one of my neighbors with both the alarm company's doorbell and a Ring, and I'm like, I mean,
it's one or the other. Come on, man.
I mean, I could just install this other one on top of the one I don't want.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you just literally just snatch it out and then hook in the other one because it's probably hardwired.
No, I mean, like, it's like sitting on top. Like, you can see the old one. It's still there. It's just on, like, the ring was on top of it. So there's
point,
2 doorbells.
So you getting double seen? Absolutely not. Swap it out. Swap it out.
It was easy for the one at our old house because it was just a regular doorbell. I did that myself, but one with this camera and shit, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I could, but do I really want to? Like, again, I just want, like, when I saw somebody with the dual doorbells, I was like, you know what? I can live with that. I don't know if my wife can, but I can live with that. That's cool. And last but not least for tech news, Trump names commissioner member Brendan Carr as FCC chair, who, of course, just like anybody else who's Republican, you know, big tech is bad, which we agree on. But also data caps are good.
Damn.
Yeah, you knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just one of those things that I'm going to say, but doesn't need saying. Like, hey, people appointed to X are people who also hate people who have X, especially if they are poor or marginalized people. So,
because this like this kind of like when they bring up data caps, this kind of like reinvigorates the peanuts argument that we had before. But I'm not gonna go there with it. But it kind of reaffirms the reasons why I say like having, you know, people having access to it as like wild as these bandwidths and these data caps be, and people can't go full streaming because it would cost them way more money to be able to do so. That's when I basically have reiterated of like, this is why broadcast TV exists, or this is why people have antennas, because it's like, okay, cool, I can be able to watch. If I want to be able to watch television, I can still watch a measure of television, and of course PBS exists. So,
but for how long?
But for how long? That's also the thing. So, it you know, but which, to be fair, you could either go the Wellerman route, but again, that also falls in with data caps.
Yep.
Yeah. So again, it's like, to get you going and to get you coming. It's like, So either you stream, and then you stream free the fast route, which is like the free ad-supported television, and you get dinged with data caps.
Or what they might do is, with the ISPs, the ones that they have the deals with will not count towards your data cap. So then you get stuck with like Netflix and HBO, or like Netflix and Max. And there's nothing on Max and Netflix you want to watch. Everything's on Peacock.
It's like fast lanes now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just be like, hey, you can get unlimited, but you got to pay like this. You got to pay like this unlimited fee.
Or or like in most cases, it's unlimited unless you hit some arbitrary cap, and then they slow your speeds down.
They slow your speeds down. Yeah, like what the mobile. The mobile market, like you get 1,000 gigs, and then once that's done, then it's gonna be throttled down, and that's not fucking ideal. So we shall see how that goes.
Internet 2, baby. Electric Boogaloo.
Except now it's just not some dude with a giant Reese's mug.
Oh, fuck that dude.
Forever.
Fuck that dude.
Forever.
Fuck that dude.
Forever. That was at least news that we would not have.
Oh my god, what if it was him though?
Oh, I would have been.
What if Ajin Pai made his return?
Oh, I would have been so mad.
That motherfucking grin, bro.
That's the only saving grace. It's like it's not a G.
I guess Trump's like, look, I've already got a brown person. I don't need another.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
All right. So now I'm going to leave this up to an individual about how we broach this subject of the Game Awards, having announced the Game of the Year 2024 nominees. I do want to mention that, hey, this year DLC is up for the top prize. So that shut down the debates. But then again, Shadow of the Erd Tree, I've heard, is really fucking good.
Oh, no. Shadow of the Erd Tree is fucking good. It's like
I've not played it, so again, I don't.
I am going on directly from Elden Ring lovers. One is shout out to my homie Moosh, who I've watched him play Shadow of the Erd Tree, and it is amazing. And it's almost like it's to them, it's like the sequel. It's like a sequel, and almost to a degree. And so for it to be getting its flowers is definitely like, yeah, I know why people feel the way about it, but hey, it takes a special DLC for them to be like, hold on, we need to talk about it. This needs to be part of the conversation. So yeah.
Well, yeah, so the decision is we can either talk about the nominees. We can go through this giant list of nominees.
Mm-hmm.
Or there was a special topic that somebody wanted to talk about, and I want to give them the space to do so.
So, do you want to talk about it?
You've had an hour to at least think about it.
I've had an hour to think about it, but you know something, go forth and talk about the things. Like we could just start with the games that are on the list there.
Okay, we'll just talk about the list.
So of course, first off, they started with Game of the Year, and we are looking at Astrobot.
Yep.
The number one game that's being talked about in my house, even though we do not have a PS5.
Not yet.
Also, the sequel that's named like the prequel.
Yep.
Balatro, which has been talked about on every single episode of this podcast since its release.
Yep.
On Steam Next Fest 2010 by Kev.
Not 2010.
It's
February.
a joke. It's a joke.
Oh, okay.
You saying you've been talking about it forever. This show hasn't even been going on since 2010.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
Black Myth Wukong, with so many strange restrictions on how to cover it, I'm surprised it made it on the list because Jeff Keighley is running afoul of some rule.
Oh, I know exactly why it's on that list because it is wildly good. It's the best piece of Chinese propaganda out here, baby.
It beats out Xin Yin?
No, yeah.
Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Yeah.
The DLC, so good, they made it a real... I lost that, but...
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Showing that you can remake a part of a game and it still be damn good.
Mm-hmm. They said, we're going to take each one of these discs and spread it out.
And Metaphor Refantasio,
which I've heard nothing but good things. I mean, just dripping with praise.
I will say that there has been a lack of praise coming from the corners of Reddit because the theme and subject matter, they were just like, Why couldn't you just be more subtle about it?
Nope.
What
Ain't
were
got
the
time.
The overarching theme is classism is fucking bad and genocide is terrible.
Oh, what? I'm missing out on a good game then.
Mm-hmm.
I have
And people
the
are just
demo
like,
and
why
I've yet to
couldn't
play
you?
it. I need
you
to
And
play
people
it.
are just like, I think you should.
I think you should.
And people were just like, why couldn't you be more subtle about it? And I'm just like, because we tried that with Detroit Become Human and you didn't fucking get it. Keep in mind, Detroit Become Human was about as subtle as a cat covered by a napkin, but sure.
Speaking of which, Detroit Become Human is on sale in the Humble's Black Friday deals. And I'm really thinking about it.
It was subtle, like a fart in church behind a megaphone. That's how subtle that David Cage game was. I played like 2 hours in, and I was like, I don't like this. It was like,
Digest says, to be fair, David Cage did say Detroit Become Human was not political.
Which?
You mean the one that they revised like a year and a half later and said, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Best game direction, Astrobot. Wait a second. Am I reading the same fucking list?
No, it's a different list. It's a different category.
Kev, I don't know, man. It looks the same. Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy 7, and Metaphor.
Yep. Again, different list. It's a
I
different
don't
name.
believe you. We need more people.
Look, it's a different list. See, Game of the Year. Scroll down. Best game direction. There we go. See, there you go. It's a different list.
I don't know.
It's a different list. It's a different list, man.
I don't know.
It's a different list.
I don't know.
Different list. Different list. The list is different.
Best ongoing game.
Different list.
Destiny 2.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but Diablo 4. I don't know how. Final Fantasy 14. I get it.
know how.
Fortnite. I get it.
I get it. Oh,
Helldivers 2. If you don't get it, you've been living under a rock.
First of all, it's like best ongoing game. The game came out this year, but okay, go off, fam. Okay.
Best art direction. Kev, I was about to say it was the same damn list again.
No, but see, another game.
There is another game here because there's a link for it.
There's a different game on here.
Because there's a link for it.
And Balatro's not on it.
What?
What?
Best art direction, Astrobot, Black Myth, Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Earth Tree, Metaphor, Refantasio, and Never.
Which is the sequel to Gris.
And it's never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
No, Gris is not Gris. Never is beautiful. So it's got a strong chance.
Gris and Never as games. I haven't played Never yet, but I did play Gris. Feels like an art project, but it's a game that is the overarching thing is an exploration of grief and the feelings that go with grief. It is a really cool game that does a lot of showing you things rather than telling you things.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of it on the Steam Deck. It's pretty good. Yeah. I do want to follow through with that.
Yeah.
Best mobile game, AFK Journey. Look who's here. It's Balatro.
It ain't never left, baby.
Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero, and Pokemon TCG Pocket, which I swear just came out last week.
It really just came out last week. It really just came. They just need something to fill out. They just need something to fill out the list.
But I mean, time isn't real because we thought it was like a couple of weeks ago, and like a couple of weeks ago was early October. So
yeah. Oh, time is slipping away from me. Yeah.
Next week it'll be February.
Jesus.
Damn it.
I played the horns for the Balatro. Yes.
Best narrative, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Metaphor Refundatio. Senua Saga, Hellblade 2. And Silent Hill 2.
The good one. The good version.
Best performance. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, quick side note. I love the fact that everybody was surprised that the Silent Hill 2 remake, I think it was like a remake. Yes, in the remake was Konami produced and Konami developed, was as good as it was.
Konami's actually making games again.
It's actually making games again, but also good games again. We had the bar was in hell, and the expectations were even lower. And everybody who played it was like, all the reviews were like, I can't believe it's actually good. It's good. Who had no expectations for that game.
What, Hideo Kojima wasn't attached to it? Oh my god. Has he won a game that has a good story? Because it's more or less just, I think they're good, but they're convoluted. Like, let's just be honest here.
Oh, see, he don't care. He just make games. Because either way,
no, he makes movies.
he makes experiences.
Yeah. I am watching Metal Gear Scanlan again, and yeah, like going through Metal Gear Solid 1 again is like, oh shit, yeah, these things were bonkers from the fucking beginning, dog.
Don't get me. I'm like, Lord, do not get me started with the whole like Fox Squad and like X off.
Foxhound, thank you.
Foxhound, yeah. Just a fox with a knife in his mouth.
Oh, that's actually, that is Foxhound. Fox is just is the lightning fox thing that he gets that logo off of.
Yeah.
Best performance, Brianna White, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's Aerith, right?
It has to be Aerith.
Why did they put the character they did?
That'd be nice. That'd be considerate.
Hannah Tell from Life is Strange Double Exposure, and I imagine that's Max.
Yeah.
Humberly Gonzalez, Star Wars Outlaws, who I imagine is the main character whose name I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up.
Luke Roberts from Silent Hill 2, who is the main character whose name I don't know. And Melina Jurgens, Senua Saga, Hellblade 2, who I imagine is Senua.
It's Senua, yes. That is, oh crap.
I'm sorry, Humberly Gonzalez's character's name is Kay. It is literally this link right here.
Okay.
And she's Venezuelan. Gay.
Gang.
Best score of music, Astrobot. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Also, sorry for that weird pronunciation of Astrobot because I had to fight saying Astro Boy. Metaphor Refundatio. Silent Hill 2 and Stellar Blade. Which is coming to PC. I think we talked about that last week.
Yes.
Best audio, Astrobot. Oh wow, Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
It's shooty bang bangs.
Hey, the guns sound amazing. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Senua Saga Hellblade 2. And if that does not win for that category, I'm gonna be upset. Silent Hill 2.
Oh, yeah.
Like their audio is the reason why I do not want to play that game.
It's like it's just that weird like whispering, like
stop talking to me. Shut up.
I'm like Jesus. I'm like, I don't like that. I watched the trailer and I was like, nah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all.
Ruin says the voices ain't as bad in 2. They were nicer.
Oh, well, at least that's a save. That's saving comfort.
Best adaptation, Arcane from League of Legends, Fallout from Fallout, Knuckles from Sonic, Like a Dragon Yakuza from Like a Dragon or Yakuza, depending on where you're from, Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. Best multiplayer, Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, and Tekken 8. How you doing, Infamous? Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Best independent game. Are you ready, Kev? You ready for this one?
Yes, sir.
Animal Well, Balatro.
Oh, yeah.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Never. And UFC 50.
I'm glad we kept that bit going. Now this one I'm not.
Before we go any further, it is actually UFO 50. But before the show, one of us was lamenting on the fact that UFC made it to the list of games that were eligible for an award, and we had to look it up and make sure that that wasn't the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, this particular category, I'm not 100% we're gonna get. Balatro is gonna get a win for, because Animal Well has been literally been steamrolling it, and because
I've heard some stuff about Lorelei too.
Right.
It looks creepy as shit, but it's like
it does.
People like it.
It does. So I'm leaning more towards Animal Well winning, because you know there are a lot of people who have loved that game, and they also love Donkey, and so yeah, good chance.
Debut indie game, Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, and The Plucky Squire.
Now, funny enough, I have played 2 games on this list. I played Balatro, obviously, and I played Manor Lords. Now, Manor Lords is pretty dang solid. It's on Game Pass, and it's pretty dang solid. Like, actually, to
go back to that other list too. I think Balatro is going to win both of these.
That's what I hope. But you know, there's gonna be a groundswell of support.
I think but I think there are people who are still playing Balatro.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah. Like, Animal was good. They finished it, but they went back to Balatro.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Or when they're traveling, they were playing Balatro. When it came to iOS, when it came to Android, they were playing Balatro.
Because I'm telling you right now, I have seen so many pictures of people at sporting events, major like events, and like, you know, work, school, all playing Balatro. I've seen people at sporting events playing Balatro. I've seen people at like weddings playing Balatro in the corner. This game has literally become a force to be reckoned with, that just seems to, for whatever reason, get better and better.
Yeah, so like, I mean, it's not to take away from Animal Well. It's still a thing of people played it, they loved it, but what are they still playing?
Right. Because there's no way. It's surprising to me, and it does my heart so well, to even see Balatro being considered for best game of the year.
And like, I feel like that's even that litmus test where it's like, okay, if it's up there on that one,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Animal Well ain't up there.
Talking about, I haven't seen this game. You haven't, that just tells me you haven't been to any of my stream ruin, because I've been playing this game. I have streamed this game. Oh, not as often as I like, because I've been playing it more than I've been streaming it. Like, I'm trying to be considerate to y'all and not play it so much on stream, because this would be at least one day out of the week would just be a Balatro stream. I'm trying to be considerate to y'all.
I mean, like that. I mean, where Dodge is saying like Animal has been doing good amongst the critic crowd. Like even amongst the critic crowd, Balatro's been doing good. The reason why you just don't hear it is because like, all right, cool, we talked about it, but we're still playing it. There are other games to talk about, but when we're not playing those games, we're probably playing Balatro.
Yeah, exactly.
Most anticipated game: Death Stranding 2 on the beach, Ghosts of Yotai, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, or Monster Hunter Wilds. Why is Metal Gear Solid Delta not on this list?
Now see that's surprising to me because Delta's actually coming out pretty soon.
Delta needs to be on this list.
Cause see, I'm like, why is Delta on that list? Because if we were like,
probably because Death Stranding 2 is on the list, and Kito's like, you know what? Let's give me a Kojima original and not the Kojima remake.
That part. You know what?
Conspiracies.
You know what? Now we're talking.
Conspiracies, baby.
Yeah.
Open your third eye and see.
Like I said, you know what? You know what's wild? That is a bona fide certified theory.
I'm going on Reddit. I'm going on Reddit right now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Dajin. Dajin said absolutely not. Not on my show. Not around my Kojima, you won't. Because you know what? That's really truly a fanboy move.
Stop, Sid. Flag on the play. Unnecessary.
Very necessary.
Very unnecessary.
Flag on the play. I like how we did it at the same time. We were both like, flag on the play.
Oh my God. Best role-playing game, Dragon Dogmas 2.
Yeah.
Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree.
I mean, it does count.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth.
That's on my playlist.
And Metaphor, Refantasio. Thank you, Sid. I will never not read that title like that.
As you should. Keep doing it. Go ahead.
It'd be funny if that's the last time it shows up, though. Mm-hmm. Games for Impact, Closer the Distance, Indica, Nava, Life is Strange, Double Exposure, Singular Saga Hellblade 2, and Tales of Kinzara Zao.
I like Zao.
I need to play that.
I don't like Zao's genre, but I like Zao. I played Zao. So it's not bad.
Yeah, that was like, I think the first game I bought when I got my paycheck. Like, I think I woke up out of bed and bought Zao.
I feel like it should be said that this game being on the Games for Impact, just up for the award in general, dear person who poured their life story into the story that was that game. I hope your chicken is crisp. I hope the edges of your waffle is crisp. I hope it is well done. I hope they got you the high quality syrup from the very top shelf when they put all of that together. I hope that you got fresh butter to go with that chicken and those waffles. I hope your tea is crisp and cool and refreshing and has exactly one slice of lemon and has the appropriate amount of ice cubes. I hope they melt slowly so that you have time to enjoy all of this. Because the way that this game was openly attacked the moment that this person came out, because once again, as melanated folks, go and make your own games then if you're so tired of hearing the same old stories. Okay, well, we did. Then it was kind of like, then we did it and did it well. And people were upset about it to the point of protest about this and review bombing and all of this to still be a Game of the Year nominee in that category.
Can we talk about it?
Yes, that's what this podcast is for.
That's right.
Imagine being that ashy, unmoisturized, and now very embarrassed because you're going to have to hear them read that from the list of nominees for this show, including a big ass screen of being like, and this was the game, by the way.
Zao was like, even though, like, that's what I was saying, like, even though, like, I'm not a big fan of that genre, even I still had to play it.
Can we also talk about,
I would like to talk about it because it was something that was important for the culture for it to do. And that's why when I did my write-up for that season's Steam Next Fest, because that was a demo for it, I included it on my list because I needed it to have its due. I needed it to be celebrated and considered in people's libraries. Because despite me not being me liking, you know, the gameplay, because I'm not a fan of that genre, I still want people to play it.
So let's go ahead and talk about this. Hey, come here, come close to your screen. When we talk about supporting games so that people can make things, good things that should exist, what we mean is this, because we were just like, all the validated people looked at that whole thing and went, we're going to make sure that this does not flop. And if we decide that the culture goes somewhere, that's what happens. So we're here with this whole nominee right now. I'm very happy about it. Support your local indie games.
Indeed.
Now, I know that there's a section for content creators. Do we want to read this?
I mean, I know none of them.
I know Queso. That's it. That's all I knew. He's like an angry, like, dwarven like man. But that's about it. He's nice though. But yeah. He hangs out with Kai sometimes.
I mean, do you have any thoughts in? I have none.
Yeah,
like about that list, I'm almost like, I don't know who these, I don't know who half of these people are. Sorry to that man.
Yeah, all I know is Queso. That was it.
All right. Best action adventure game: Astro Bot, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
It's the first. Well, no, this is the second Nintendo game that got nominated. It's a nomination, so
There must not have been a lot of action adventure games for Star Wars that make that list, because I heard that game was not great.
So I want to take a moment to pause in the middle of all of our reading of this, because this article is long. Y'all can, like, if y'all want to read the rest of this while I'm talking, then feel free to read the rest of this. You know what, Jeff? I feel like I can call you that because that's your name. We need to talk. I know that you get paid the very big bucks to get on the stage and be like, Kojima's my bestie and I can say whatever I want, accompanied by Muppets on occasion. And be like, hey, these are the games that people think are hot and popping right now. Now, never minding the fact that I feel like the selections and the pool of games and the quality of them that we have gotten have been so expansive, and probably we easily could have seen a very different list full of things, most of which were indies, especially considering that indies are winning Game of the Year and have done so for the last couple of years now, in multiple categories. Let me say this, Jeff. You remember last year when people were on stage talking very deeply about the different issues that their companies and employees faced and what the industry is looking like in general and how it's been a very difficult year, and y'all decided to play orchestrated, can you get this moving music and hit people with the Judge Judy gif of being like, time, can we keep that moving? Y'all, do we remember that? That wasn't a fever dream, right? I was there when that happened. Were we all here collectively? Right. Okay. So because I think all of us were there, let me say this. Jeff, if you're going to have a microphone to talk about games, I think it should probably matter to you the conditions that the people who make those games are in. So, maybe if you feel like sparing a word for something other than Call of Duty, whatever number it currently has, maybe we could say a word for, hey, industry patterns and stuff. Maybe respectfully mention, hey, we got a lot of games over here and we lost a lot of really good and talented people in the market while these games are being made. So while you are enjoying them, maybe be mindful of the conditions that the people who make your games have to work through and live in. Maybe let's talk about y'all not review bombing games that you don't like because they're not your genre, or because people who look darker than the color of A5 paper make them or exist in them on the character customizer, or what have you. The misrepresentation of the under the hood and behind the scenes of the people who make all of these things that wind up with all of these awards should not be something that happens under the watch of someone with as many eyes and ears on you as you have, and with a microphone as big as the one that you're holding. So maybe get on that. Maybe think about it. That's all.
And then me being the inevitable voice of capitalism will say, no, we won't do that because that makes everything a bummer and we're here to celebrate games. Just like if you were to ask the music industry, the TV industry, the movie industry to do the same thing, because I mean, also in 2023, there were actors and writer strikes. And did the Oscars, the Emmys, the Golden Globes, the Grammys, did any of them do that? No. Oh, but look.
Can you understand me as I'm talking into the PA system?
Now we can.
Fantastic. You have a game that is anti-genocide and anti-classism in your nominated categories for 5 different categories. You can spare 30 seconds for the subject.
That is all. Thank you.
I mean, there's also a Star Wars game that, you know, fights against oppression too. That's literally all those games are.
Oh, not this one. You're fighting in the underworld.
Oh no, because it's not political.
I think if I shoot this one stormtrooper that's fighting against oppression, right?
You fight. No, you fight. Yeah,
or the representation I've heard that's in Dragon Age.
Yeah. Okay, that part. But that Star Wars game, is fighting for that loot. You're working with the Hutts, the Pike Syndicate.
I'm trying to find a supporting argument here, and I'm not finding one. It's not like Watch Dogs 2. It's not like Watch Dogs is anywhere near this.
Right? No, it's not even Watch Dogs. It's literally like GTA 6, like GTA Star Wars. You got to get a crew together to pull a heist.
Damn, yeah, none of these games are helping me make that argument.
Nope. Maybe to an extent, arcade. I don't know.
Final Fantasy VII? Is that
right?
Are there not a group of freedom fighters who are fighting against an oppressive system who are trying to exploit the planet and its resources?
Mm-hmm. Major, yes. Come here. No, surprisingly.
What?
It's even better than that. They have fucked around with the planet so much that the planet has manifested a being to bring judgment.
Spoilers! Spoilers! Spoilers!
Spoilers for a game from 1996? Absolutely not.
Look, we don't know what's going to happen. We do not know what's going to happen in the remakes.
Major? Major, good sir, that happened at the beginning of the game.
That happened in the beginning of the game. Real talk. Real talk.
We don't know why Sephiroth is here.
They didn't even. That's the wild part. They didn't even, like I say, the freedom fighters didn't even succeed. Shinra was like, "Yeah,
we're just gonna drop this plate."
That was like, nah, that was it. Nah, we got to make it bigger than that. Boom, there it is.
Oh wait, Ruin. We've graduated. We've evolved. It's no longer keep your politics out of my games. It's okay, but I feel like you could have just been a little less heavy-handed about the subject matter.
No, it's still that. It's like, but it's not politics. It's just wokeness. This game is too woke. There is whole website dedicated to how woke a game is and what
I'm literally
free games.
like quoting people who are talking about metaphor. That is the thing that they've said.
Stop.
Just like, if it has to be political, then fine, but you could be a little bit less heavy-handed about it. That is a thing.
Is it really a meme? I thought it was fucking real. I've never been there, and I'm like, because I don't care. But for what I've seen of it, I thought that shit was fucking real. I did not know that was a meme. Damn. I got y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. All right, look. Now, we can talk about these games here. And how we have good games. We got these AAA games. We got these indie games. But what I want in a game is a game that can comfortably run on my Steam Deck.
Hold on for a moment.
Hold on. I got one for you. Oh.
Hold on. Let me go look and see what's happening here.
Did you find the website? So yeah, well, I guess while Sin is investigating that, I would like games that not only play well on the Steam Deck, but target the Steam Deck. And there is one such game being made. It's called Snow Ultimate Freeriding. And the developers are using the Steam Deck as their target platform. Which means when it comes to any other platform, it's going to run flawlessly.
It's basically made with the Steam Deck in mind, so it's like instant Steam verification. Huh. Nice.
So they're using the Steam Deck as a performance target and optimized directly against it, as detailed in a recent Steam announcement that follows on from an earlier post about hitting their smooth 60 FPS goal. The Steam Deck as a target means it will run smoothly on a lot of quote-unquote normal PCs. They explained it as such. The how is a bit more complicated, but the short of it was that we generate and spawn in new terrain continuously as you ski down the mountain. Our terrain generation algorithm isn't super heavy, but heavy enough that when we ran it on the main thread of the CPU, you could easily drop down from 40 to 50 frames. And in a very dense areas, even lower. Perhaps solution, multi-threading and parallel processing for calculating the terrain, as well as spacing out spawning of objects. This got rid of 99% of stutter, and the last pieces were some graphical optimization. So I'm going to pull this up here. 40-second video here. Look at this. Look at that smooth gameplay footage.
That is nice. That kind of reminds me of like Lonely Mountain Snow Riders.
But yeah, so the target platform is the Steam Deck, getting it to run at 60 FPS. I guess at 800p or at least 720p 60 FPS on the Steam Deck, which means when you play it on a regular PC or quote unquote normal PC, this thing's gonna run flawlessly. So again, I would like to see more games. As much as I would like to see AAA target a Steam Deck, I think if indie developers targeted the Steam Deck, they'd be able to make their games like just more available. And I'm pretty sure like just arbitrarily they're targeting the Steam Deck. Because like, look, our games don't use all these high technical things that are in the Unreal Engine or whatever. They're not making their huge mega engines. So they just happen to run better on the Steam Deck just by pure happenstance. But seeing as that, like, I feel like a Steam Deck is an affordable gaming device that a lot of people can get access to. Yeah, just being able to target the Steam Deck for indie games, I feel like it's going to be really good. Let's see, what is this? I can like I don't know how that makes it a meme. I can, not that I accept the arguments, but again, because I understand how these people think, I can see how they extrapolated that as something still being woke. I mean, these people are a fucking joke. So yeah.
The tourists.
But going back to Sin's other point, like while we celebrate the indie games, while we celebrate people who are doing amazing work with their indie titles, we do still have to talk about the big elephant in the room that's still happening in the year of our Lord 2024, and that is labor issues going on within the industry, including those that are happening over at SteamWorld Creators, Thunderful Games, who laid off 80 to 100 people and are reshifting focus on publishing, I guess, third-party games.
Yep.
Well, you might have too much faith in people.
Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. Even in the indie space, it's like it's still rough, you know?
Along with the layoffs, an unspecified number of game products were also canceled. According to the press release, the projections for money saved from these reductions will gain 80 to 90 MSEK, or approximately $7.3 to $8.2 million, but it doesn't expect the majority of these savings to take effect until the first quarter of 2025. The restructuring program will be implemented immediately. So even if you make a good game, like SteamWorld Heist 2 reviewed well, 9 out of 10 over at GameSpot. But if it ain't selling, it's not selling. And that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we live in a world to where people's jobs are wholly dependent on how games sell, as opposed to, you know, just people wanting to make games.
I've said this before, and I said this before when it comes to when it came to High Five Rush, with them closing out Tango Gameworks. In spaces, there are games that are just going to not sell like the average AAA title is going to sell. They're going to sell like, they're going to sell like 10,000, 20,000, maybe 30,000 units at most, right? Depending on what type of game they are, depending on what genre they are. They're not going to sell gangbusters like certain other games in this titles would. And it really often feels so disingenuous when people are saying like, "Oh, it sold only like 60,000 copies, so it's a failure," not knowing that that particular fan base is strong and vocal and rabid enough to be supportive of whatever they do. I mean, I typically don't play a lot of the SteamWorld games, but I did like SteamWorld Build because it was like a city builder within the SteamWorld universe, and so it was like a game that felt good to me, and it was on Game Pass, and and so I feel like it really does feel like weird to me when it's like a game failed because it not only made its money back, but also could fund other projects. It made its money back and could fund it in different projects because it's not an Erdtree, because it's not a Black Myth Wukong. But we knew that when you're making games that are typically smaller in scope than another game would be. And I just feel like that's kind of like weird to me that people lost their jobs and people were fired when you're going into indie game publishing, knowing that every game is not going to be like 1 million copies. Balatro did, but Balatro was a fucking brilliant ass game. SteamWorld is not it. SteamWorld Heist was not it. SteamWorld Build was not it. But it still had enough legs for people to buy it and to people to love it, and for it to be rated really well. And it is. I played Heist 2. It was good. Really good. I sucked at it, but it was good. It was a good game. But yeah, it just always feels like so wild because you build these smaller games because these smaller games sell what they sell, but they don't make all of, like what Stephanie always say, like they don't make all of the money all of the time. They're considered to be flops, or they're considered to be not financially viable. When you look at Steam charts, and you can probably still see people playing it to this day. More than Concord. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring Concord up, but yes.
And of course, anybody's going to play any game more than Concord. Nobody can play Concord.
Exactly. Yeah, nobody can play Concord. But nobody, I mean, Concord when it came. But I'm saying when Concord came out. But see, that's what I'm saying. It's just so weird and like this. It's so weird and like frustrating to me to see people go into like indie publishing, and then it's like, oh, it doesn't, and then we have to fire people because games didn't sell what it was considered to be targeted money, but the SteamWorld franchise is only so big and their community is only so large, and it just feels like very disingenuous to me because people just want to make games. Because at the end of the day, people just want to make games and make enough money to be able to feed themselves, clothe themselves, pay for whatever they need, and to be able to fund another project to make another game.
I feel like it should be the executive fault for
it is
targets not being made, and they should be held accountable for it not being
because yes, where were their marketing? Did they lean into smaller creators? Did they go for big creators? Did they go for I
think it doesn't matter. I think people did their job.
Yeah, people did their
job.
Management
is what sucked. Management obviously did not do their job. They sucked. So I wouldn't even look at marketing. I wouldn't even look at marketing. As a no, which is C-suite.
Yeah.
They were supposed to deliver and they didn't, yet they get cut. They get their money cut. That's it.
Yeah.
Not even look at marketing. They did their job. They got the game out. Again, the game reviewed well.
Right.
It was a good game.
It was a really good game.
Critically successful. People bought the game.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody did their job.
And I got a key, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at C-suite. They're the ones who ultimately have to answer for whatever happened. I don't think this is necessarily in relation to the amount of games that were sold. I think it's just that, oh no, the market is doing a thing because we took a lot of money and now the interest rates have gone up and we can't afford it.
Right.
So again, who made that decision It was not the marketing team. It was not the dev team. It was not QA.
Yeah, they took too much money. They took too much money for a game that did not need that much, and then was like, oh, that's not going to recoup. That was not going to recoup the loan. What we got to do? We got to recoup it some way.
Yeah. So who made that mistake? C-suite finances. Yeah, y'all, the ones who are actually sitting in all the dough. Yeah, fuck that.
Right, and they still got jobs.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this is going to happen again.
Oh, it's going to continue to happen until all this shit, like until everything gets fucking purged out, and it's just going to look like a fucking skeleton. It's going to look like a shell of itself.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be It's just going to be like one operating manager to keep task and nothing else.
I mean, ultimately, at a certain point, when enough people get fed up, and there is enough of and at least for game development, it won't be like a huge army of unemployed people, because these folks are creative. They're will sit. They will make a game. They will go to a game jam. They will find a collective. They will work together. They will make a game and figure out a way to sell it, because Steam is right the fuck there.
That's what they had. That's what they Innerslav. That's what, when it was like, when.
And I'm not even talking about funding. I'm just talking about like people make games, sell game.
Right. Cause that's what I'm saying. That's what happened with, as a lot of time. That's what happened with Eric when it came to Stardew Valley, Concern 8. That's what happened with Roots of Pacha Dev, because they broke from Crytevo. So did Dan. They broke with Crytevo, which then allowed which that was a tense couple of weeks, because it was like Roots of Pacha was not selling because Gaben was like, y'all two figure this out. Take the game off, take the game off the storefront till y'all figure this out. And then they figured it out, and then it was like, cool. Gaben put it back up. So it was like, so it's just like, it really is coming down to like, what is publishers for? What is publishing for? And I've seen many games, many studios who were basically saying, we don't need it. We don't need devs. We don't need publishers.
Yeah, I mean, because the fact that the publishers are the ones who were holding the keys to consoles at the time. Mm-hmm. PC gaming was not as big then, and so publishers were the ones who were brokering the deals. But now, like, even after seeing Steam do so well with early access, or I'm gonna say it was probably Greenlight at the time.
Yeah.
Before it just became early access.
Yeah. The
console manufacturers saw what was going on with these early access titles. Microsoft was definitely the first one there. Mm-hmm. Well, no, Sony was, because they were just bringing on indie titles.
Sony was just really dropping everything on it.
No, damn it, no, technically it was Microsoft first because of Arcade.
Oh yeah, with Arcade. Yeah, Arcade.
With Arcade, Sony came through and dropped a whole bunch of money on it. And they took the indies back. That money. And they put
Sony saw. Yeah.
And now we see Microsoft with Game Preview, which is echoing Steam's early access.
Oh, it is exactly early.
Like, access. I don't think PlayStation has a program for that right now.
No.
But we're at a point, and at least since Arcade, where that kind of popped off for console, where I want to say initially during Arcade, you still had to go through a publisher.
Right.
But they opened it up at one point where it's like, hey, you can make your Xbox One a dev console. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't need to buy our dev kits now.
Oh yeah, you can.
You can just turn the Xbox to you can turn your Xbox to a dev console. There you go. Mm-hmm. And once that happened, like once Microsoft gave you the keys to have the dev console, develop your games on your console, and the fact that like with their UWP platform, you can code in one place and the game is now available on multiple platforms. Mm-hmm. Like, it's now available on PC and Xbox. Yeah, it's like, I mean, you're right. Like, these developers now are asking, what do we need to publish for? What do we need a development house for? We can sit there and make the game and put it out on Xbox. Mm-hmm. Or they've got these small companies like Papagenda. Actually, Papagenda is the only one that I know of. But I mean, probably even go through Devolver, even though they're a publisher.
But they probably don't. Are you talking about PR or talking about
something like PR?
Now PR would be PR,
because I feel like they would work with you and the console manufacturers to make sure that your game is getting on there, it's getting the advertising it needs. But like there's still that middleman. Like I would contact Papagen if I was making him. I would contact Papagen and say, "Hey, can you help me?"
Yeah. Then you have places like Disobey,
Terminals,
Peach Friends, Keymailer,
Lurk It Now.
Yeah, Lurk It, Wove It.
Like there's a lot of places that a lot of these indie devs can go to get the services that they need to get their games on these consoles.
Yeah.
While like, on PC, like
just
create a Steam developer account.
Green Man and Humble Bundle before Humble went the way it went.
Shit. You download the Unreal Engine, you probably already have access to the Epic Game Store.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure at a certain point, like if you make that game on Unreal, like they may have that expectation. Maybe not. I don't know.
Epic. I would say if you make it on like Unreal, Tim just calls you up and just be like, hey,
make sure it just releases over here.
I got a proposition for you. How about a dump truck of money?
90%
sent to you.
Maybe even more.
Plus, 100%. Plus, we give you a better rate.
That's right. It is 100% now, isn't it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So yeah,
that's an Apple calling you and being like, "Hey."
I mean, but like that, but that's what the thing. And like, and there we go. Even with mobile developers, like mobile game developers, like you just make the fucking app and just upload it.
Yeah.
Right. Look, I'm pretty sure I can find Tim's house. I might have even driven by Tim's house when I was driving for Uber.
Trust me, Merge. All you gotta do is make it through Unreal, and Tim will call you.
I'm just gonna just roll up on his house. It's somewhere. It got to be somewhere down the street from me.
Tim will answer it. Tim will find you.
Look, I found Ubisoft. Coincidentally, it's on the same street I work on. I've been driving up and down that street for a while. I've never known that Ubisoft was there until like 3 weeks ago.
I think Gilmon don't want you to know where.
It's kind of tucked in there, but I finally drove past the sign for that said Ubisoft Red Storm. It's okay, that's where the Ubisoft offices are.
Oh, okay.
I mean, look, I think I might have found Epic at one point. I know where Insomniac is.
Mm-hmm.
Like Insomniac, it is not hidden. It's just there.
Yeah, ask him what the deal is with Wolverine when that's coming out.
Diogen, I've posted so many pictures from the city I am in.
I'll get major.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I've also said I've worked at Red Hat's HQ.
Oh yeah, major don't care.
No, it's not that I don't care. It's just that like I try to make sure like nobody knows exactly where I am, but like the general vicinity, I am not too far. Just so you put really just like look, I am not too far away from the city of Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
I am in a suburb. Whichever one it is, you'll never know. But I probably also said that too.
Mm-hmm.
But I am in a suburb of Raleigh, North Carolina. People know that. I mean, if you aren't following Epic, then I don't know what you're doing. But everybody knows that Epic is in Cary. I also work in Cary. Ubisoft is in Cary. Like, Insomniac is in Durham. Like I've been open about, because like again, I talk about these studios all the time, especially when trying to get them involved with Extra Life. But yeah, or the fact that when people were wishing a hurricane would hit Cary because that's where Epic Games was, and I'm like, yo, fuck you, fuck you, fuck all of you. I've had multiple childhood homes. So which one? You thought you got me, but you didn't. Unfortunately, I also have bad news. I have more bad news. More layoffs happening at Unknown 9 Awakens developers, Reflector Entertainment, a new studio that just launched a game that, quite frankly, now this is going to Kev's credit, maybe didn't get marketed well.
because I kind of forgot about this. I didn't even know it was out.
Think I've heard of it
No,
until
I've heard of it
now,
but I just didn't know it was out. I was like, because I had seen stuff. It was on one of them 5011 Xbox show places, but I didn't even know it was out. No, it wasn't Xbox. It was Sony, wasn't it? It was one of them. It was one of those things I have not, and I heard of it, but I did not even know it was out. That's the wild part.
I somewhat remember this. Okay, maybe not. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. There was a trailer for the summer. Oh, for this on the Summerfest. Oh yeah, it was Summerfest. Yeah. It was not. It was interesting, but I didn't. But I haven't heard. I haven't really have not heard of it since. And I didn't know when it was. I didn't even know it was out.
You know, I think I remember this. I think somebody was making a joke, saying it was like the unknown with the letters and shit from Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh my God! If he is the face of the nation, can I get a new nation? Just ball it up and throw it away.
You talking about Matt?
Yes. Like, it says face the nation, but it's just like his face with that. Is like, is he the face of the nation? Because no, I don't want that.
Yeah, he dropped out.
Wait. What do you mean he dropped out?
Who, Matt Gates?
Yeah. Is he not going to be AG anymore?
No.
Oh yeah, he said, thank you, but no thank you. I'm peacing out.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Hold on for a moment. How did you hear about the thing you were telling me about earlier, but not about this? I know that had to come across your page.
Because somebody specifically reached out to me and told me about it. She was venting about it, and I was like, hold on. I just got home. I have no idea what's happening. Explain to me what's going on. And then she explained to me that situation specifically. I have not caught up on any other news at all.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been watching the literal like victory laps of people being like, ha ha.
Yeah, I have like when I'm at work, like it is like echo chamber. Like I am like Faraday cage. I have no idea what's happening outside.
Here's the thing. It's one of those things I could believe, except that when I talk to you and you're just like, hey, I think this is a thing that you should know about if you don't know about that specifically because of this. I assume if you're talking to me about this, when news has been like this, you have read this and have talked to me about this.
Yeah.
Nope.
Because I don't have a reason to believe that the one thing you were talking to me about is the only thing you heard about today.
Yeah.
I don't.
Right.
That's the sad thing about me going into an office now.
Yeah.
I do not get that stream. And when I come home, the only thing I see like right shoved in my face is tech and gaming news. And I normally catch up on current events when I get to sit down and watch TikTok or see an Instagram reel. And I have not been on social media since I've been home.
And there's chatter that the DOD guys are probably not going to make it either because, them allegations is coming for him too.
Now, I would point to a specific channel on majors.house/Discord called Town Hall.
Yeah.
That is specific for political discourse.
Yeah.
If you would love to keep me abreast to it, that's where you go.
I can and will. But.
Maybe, but Major, you want to know what the prerequisite for me posting things on that channel is? If I were going to post it there, theoretically. is the assumption that you do not already know. Do you see how
But it's for everybody. That's why that channel exists. It's for everybody, including me, because I am telling you right now that Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, you can almost guarantee I have not heard it.
Yeah, that's what most times I'm just like, I'm just gonna put, whenever I post things, I just post things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I told my wife, I said, look, if you know I'm gonna act this, like, if you think it's important, go ahead and do the thing. Do not, like, it's gonna suck if I respond a certain way, and I apologize for that. But if you think it's important, regardless of whether I heard it or not, somebody else has it. And if you think it is important to share, that's what that channel is for. But yeah, I'm going to tell you, like, unless it is Wednesday or Friday or weekend, I'm gonna stick to it. Unless it is Wednesday or Friday, I have not heard it. And even then, that was debatable. I'm only saying Wednesday and Friday now because I've just moved my desk around to where I now have access to my Mac again. And like I can access my work and my Mac, my work laptop and my Mac at the same time. Before, my work laptop was taking over my Mac monitors. So I was stuck, even at home. But yeah. Well, Rowan, it's not me ignoring things at work. It's the fact that I'm trying to be a model employee now by separating my personal from my work and trying to be a better employee because now I'm fucking gun shy.
Makes sense.
So I can still access my personal phone, and honestly, most of us at work are on our phones scrolling away because it's a lot of downtime, especially at the end of the year. It's a lot of downtime. But unless like I'm tagged in something, unless there is a notification for me to check, I don't look through all of my Discord channels. So again, even if you were to post them in there, I will not see them until I get home and can start looking through all of my Discord. I don't scroll through Instagram, TikTok, or even Mastodon, Blue Sky, or Threads during the workday unless I am tagged in something, and then I'll see it and I may go check a couple of other things. Or unless I have something I want to share, like the loudest fuck vending machine telling on me. You see that? Did you see that post? Card declined. Yo, relax.
You ain't gotta be like that. Damn.
It don't.
Lower
it
your
don't.
damn voice.
It don't.
Lower your pixelated, digitized voice.
It do not have to be like that, but she be loud as fuck in a quiet ass office.
It smell like broken here.
Like, yo, chill.
It's like, first of all, stay in a phone's place.
But yeah, like that's why like that's the only piece of news I had. That only piece of current event news I had today. I did not know about Matt Gaetz until literally just a second.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That was news to me.
But yeah.
See, y'all can get me now. Y'all can get me now. I bet you if y'all see anything happening in the world of gaming and tech, y'all will beat me to the punch 9 times out of 10 because I'm just not looking. Unless it's Monday or Friday. I mean, Wednesday or Friday. Then I'm probably going to catch it. Also, all next week, I'm working from home. So, yeah, like, honestly, yeah, it's at a point now where y'all can fill in the DC Analyst Forum posts quicker than I can. Like, I just do like a nightly dump of news. Like, I only build that thing up at night now. So, yeah. That's where my life is at the moment. I am woefully unaware of things, and this is why I tell my comrades, this is why I tell people who are fighting a good fight, capitalism keeps you fucking busy as fuck.
Yeah.
You want to sit there and keep that, you want to raise their class consciousness, but they do not have the time because the fucking system keeps people too damn busy. They're too damn tired. And as much as they would love to change their material conditions, they're too much into fucking survival mode to be able to do things about it.
Mm-hmm.
I look at what happened to me as the Lord giving me time to get the stuff that I needed. And then when I got back into it, it's like, all right, bet I know what I'm looking for. And I know I need to look for pockets. I got to find that time. I got to make that time. But trying to get people to do that when they've never done it before and they don't think they have that time or can't dedicate that time because it's filled up with other things, it's fucking difficult. I see that now. It was something I was not paying attention to before, but motherfucker, it's like when it was made plain and like even something like traffic feels fucking different to me. Like, yo, I should be paying for this shit, bro. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So I suppose in that case, let's ask a couple of random questions. Well, actually, not a couple of random questions. We have a number of articles that we still need to get through. But, since you're, being very careful, like, being busy and all of those things, I haven't had time to read. I have 2 pop quiz questions for you.
Ooh. All right, what we got?
Read the rest of the articles that we have first.
Oh, okay. Hey, y'all know I sold my Xbox, right? I sold it. It's gone. It's no longer here. However, Microsoft's kind of throwing me a bone. With Game Pass Ultimate, they're now allowing you to stream 50 games. Like they've chosen 50 games that if you have them in your game library, you can also stream them like Game Pass Ultimate games. So they're not necessarily in Game Pass Ultimate, but if you own the games, you can stream one of these 50 titles on the cloud. I don't know if they released the list. I don't see it. I was looking for it earlier and I don't think I've ever saw it. Maybe this is it. No. Yeah, so they don't provide a list. They tell you how to do it, but I have not seen a list. If anybody has seen that list, let me know, please, because yeah, I don't. It's just like these initial 50 games, but I don't see that list that they're referring to. Is it in a comment somewhere? Yeah, I don't know. Apparently there are 50 titles, but I don't know what they are. Apparently, Balatro, Baldur's Gate 3, a variety of Final Fantasy titles, and Hogwarts Legacy. So at least if you own those. All right, moving over to streaming news. Twitch is facing a boycott after labeling Zionists as a racial slur.
Ooh.
This was shared via the EFF's Mastodon account. So this is how I got a hold of it because, yeah, surprisingly, no one's talking about this. And I say that as there's literally an article suggesting somebody is, but it's not being covered by, any of the mainstream places that you would go to find news about Twitch. In an announcement posted to its official blog last Friday, Twitch said it prohibits the use of terms that may not be harmful or abusive in isolation, but can be used as a slur or to denigrate others in certain contexts. According to the policy, it is acceptable to use the term Zionist when discussing the ideology or political movement that led to founding of Israel, but it should not be used to insult or degrade Jews or Israelis. A daily my Twitch account as Zionism is terrorism. It always has been for over 80 years, and they are currently carrying out a genocide of the Palestinians after 76 years of ethnic cleansing and 56 years of illegal brutal occupation, one user wrote on Twitter. Yeah, so I love how they're trying to draw this line. Like, hey, if you're talking about Zionism as like the ideology or, you know, like a political thing, that's fine. But like to sit there and say that somebody who is actively participating in a genocide of the Palestinian people who live in a country that should not exist because it was stolen from the Palestinian people, and calling those people Zionists. I mean, maybe I have nothing to worry about because it's to insult or degrade Jews or Israelis. Most of the Zionists I actually know are actually Christian, but you know.
Well,
it's not to say that there are not Zionist Jews in the state of Israel. And just so we're clear, I am talking about people who believe in the ideological and political affiliations of Zionism. But again, when a black person gets called a nigger on stream, you gotta tough. Like, you can block them. You can block them. You can ignore them. Don't engage. Do not engage. Or, you know, look, streaming is hard. You have to get a thicker skin.
Well,
heard that a few times.
Like, black and brown people are supposed to be putting up with this shit for fucking ever. Mm-hmm. But the one time a palm colored person just gets a whiff of like anything we get.
Yep.
No, policy violation.
Well, you know something, for fairness, if it takes as long for them to tag that with a policy violation as they do with normal things, everybody will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yet I would imagine tomorrow this channel won't be here. God, I hope not. Don't do that. Don't do that, Twitch. Don't do that.
At least not today.
Not today.
Yeah,
not today, though.
Not today. Not tomorrow either. Just don't. Just don't. In updates news, iOS 18.1.1 is out. macOS Sequoia 15.1.1 is out. I imagine iPad OS 18.1.1 is out as well.
Yep. I'm updating it now.
And probably several other updates. Fixing some security holes. Of course, there's some public and dev betas of 18.2, 15.2, and all like that. So, yeah. Updates all around for people on Apple.
Yep.
That's it. Now I'm ready for this pop quiz. I hope I studied.
Okay. Have you heard about this? That a discussion on the table about Sony's newest acquisition.
Yes. Takao did post that in the server. I forgot to include it. I need to get better about including things that I'm not personally finding. But Takao did post in the server about it, to which I had said that maybe we'll finally get a 60 FPS Bloodborne. Because that's what everybody's been asking for and have not gotten.
Okay. Any thoughts about that?
That maybe people will get a 60 FPS Bloodborne. Also, I mean, outside of the usual of consolidation fucking sucks. Also, I need to get my hands on Armored Core 6.
Okay. So
I love this game.
For those of you, for those of y'all watching at home, Sony may acquire the company who is responsible for making games like Elden Ring and what was the other really popular game?
Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Armored Core 6. They're the parent company to From Software.
That is also responsible for dabbling in the world of anime and making things like Delicious in Dungeon if you enjoy watching those things.
And I do.
Maybe they're buying it for that.
So they're coming for. So like they're coming for your games and your Crunchyroll account.
I mean, Sony already has the Crunchyroll account. Sony owns Crunchyroll.
So, I suppose stay tuned for whatever future updates we report here on the show. Correct. Is the thing that Diogen's mentioning here. Correct. So they're coming for all of it.
Yeah, that makes it even juicier. Like From Software alone, I feel like is a good thing, but to go for the whole ass parent company that does so many things that Sony is already doing. I mean, it makes sense. It sucks because again, consolidation fucking sucks, but yeah, like that says, From Software is not the main aim. But from a gaming standpoint, that's what I look at.
And today in social media opinions, the recent uptick in the discussion around there are not enough assholes on our platform, and that is a problem because it creates the infamous echo chamber.
Oh, Twitter is having a problem because of the Exodus? Oh no, this is a Blue Sky problem.
It is a basically any other platform that isn't Twitter problem, but very particularly it is a thing that we've seen a couple of think pieces coming through on Blue Sky being like, y'all need more people that who you don't like and whose opinions you don't agree with being on the platform, and people like you need to be able to have people out here doing all of this. So
somebody's saying, are we saying that there are too many PlayStation people and we need Xbox people, or are they saying there are too many people who care about other people and we need more fucking fascists on the platform?
Probably a little bit more adjacent to the latter of those two things you said.
No, I'm good.
No. Because you can't really talk and reason people. And I don't want to live in community with people who want to see me either dead or is happy to see me dead.
Okay, I want to say that because so apparently this is coming from Mark Cuban, according to Diogen.
There are that is a person who has said this. So what I'm talking about is that I have seen a raft.
Okay, well, I want to focus on Mark Cuban.
Tweets and think pieces about this. But yes, let's talk about Mark Cuban.
I want to focus on Mark Cuban. I feel like Mark Cuban's issue is the fact that there are too many people who hate fucking billionaires on Blue Sky. Yeah. And he is feeling the fucking heat. I don't think with Mark Cuban, it's about bringing fascists. It's about the fact that people on Blue Sky probably hate people with massive amounts of money who are doing it, you know, what's the term? Unethically, because there's no such thing as an ethical billionaire. As much as Mark Cuban wants to be that person, he is not that person. He will never be that person. And because he's feeling that pressure from Blue Sky where people just fucking hate billionaires, he's like, maybe y'all should listen to people with different. No, fuck you. Because if you actually cared, you'd give your fucking money away. You'd pay your taxes.
Yep.
You'd pay your people, but you don't. Yep. So you can hold on to your wealth. So fuck you. No. And as soon as I find that motherfucker, I'm blocking his ass too. If anybody has this link on Blue Sky, let me know. I will gladly click it and then block him.
Yeah, because what was funny is I just clicked on Blue Sky and there was somebody commenting about
not Mark Hamill. What the fuck, Mark Hamill say?
They caught him out of pocket a couple of times over here.
I think it was
on
I think
previous
it was the whole
platform.
Like, yeah, I think it because he was very much of the mindset of like, guys, we can have different opinions, but we can still agree. And we were like, fuck you, Mark. And it was like, nah, Mark, because people want me dead. You know?
Oh, that. Like, oh, boo.
It was definitely given. Oh, yeah, that too.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. It's gonna make that wampum attack scene look even dip.
If you need to block that, by the way.
Got it. Look, he's blurry and all of his posts are hidden. Ha 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 ha. Also, I love I think it's Threads where I can force people to unfollow. I can force unfollow.
It's funny enough, I couldn't find the actual Mark Cubans, so I just blocked the other Mark Cubans that I had found. So it's just like with his face on there, like I guess the dupe accounts, I blocked them too.
All the Mark Cubans can get it.
I think we should just make a list that says Mark Cuban and all of his clones.
I want to know how to make one of those damn starter packs.
Same, because I've seen ones for like TVG. I've seen one for like Nintendo peeps. Some people have made it for like their own homies, like their black cosplayer friends.
I want one for us. I want one for us. It's gonna be 4 people on it.
It'll also be like Takal.
Wait, what? Is Takal on? Yeah, he is on Blue Sky. I forgot he was having that whole journey of finding
it'd be Takal, and it'd be like Takal and Diogen and Merge and
click on your profile. Oh shit, damn, it is right there. Damn.
Profile.
Make one for me.
Add to list.
I'm gonna see what it makes for me. I don't know none of these people. Nah, we deleting this one. All right, I'm gonna need to figure out everybody's Blue Sky accounts so I can make a list. Now that I know how to do it, I'm gonna make a list. It's called Mage's House Community of Mage's House. And put Diogen right up top because he's only on Blue Sky.
I'm putting mine in the group chat.
I feel like I could just went to my follow. I mean, to like the likes and shit about you. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna make the Mage's House starter pack for the community of Mage's House. That is Mage's House. I'm gonna call it exactly that. But in the meantime, while I'm doing that, Kev, what you got going on this week?
Not much. I mean, getting those last, what my grandma say, getting them last twos and fews. for my Thanksgiving dinner, I still gotta get like sweet potato. I still gotta get like sweet potatoes, and I gotta get all-purpose flour for the gravy, and some probably more chicken gizzards for the giblet gravy. But that's how they're going, And then of course, capitalism gonna capitalize when it comes to like Black Friday stuff. So it's mostly just been me getting some much needed items for me in the house. I have vegetable cart coming in tomorrow, and I need to get a few things. I need to get a thing or two for the stream setup. And
Dodging wants to know, did you get the cornbread mix?
Oh yeah, I did get the cornbread mix.
I now want cornbread.
Yes, if you want good quality cornbread without a lot of like trouble, get you some Jiffy cornbread mix.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, because
I'm pretty sure there's Jiffy cornbread mix in this house already.
Right, because all you just need is an egg and milk, and that's all you need to cornbread.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's already some Jiffy cornbread mix in the house. If not, there probably will be some.
I prefer the vegetarian because it is not as sweet. Because Jiffy cornbread mix tends to be a little bit sweeter than regular. Sweet cornbread. So you probably go with the regular. But for me, if you do not like sweet cornbread, I humbly ask to get the vegetarian mix. It costs a little bit more, and by a little bit more, I'm be like 12 cents. But
and it lacks sweetness. I don't want it.
Yeah, but it's
paying more for less. No, thank you.
But that's the less. But if the less means less sugar, yeah.
I mean, sure. As a diabetic, that should be something I care about. But
yeah.
But you want to know what? But you want to know what we do care about? Sweet and savory pairings, and that is why we have sweet cornbread.
Thank you. I was not intelligent enough to make that argument. This is why I love there are people who can make those arguments for me.
Yeah. So yeah, I got the cornbread mix. I've got the shredded cheese. I've also shredded some cheese. So yeah, I am ready, with the exception of like sweet potatoes and all-purpose flour. And I got to go to the store for that. And get some stuff and probably some ice cream. So yeah, it's basically just me getting the stuff that I need, and then next week I'm gonna be insufferable and tired because I am going to be cooking for I'm going to be like cleaning ovens and sweeping and doing prep work and cooking like roasting the turkey and all that kind of good stuff. And so yeah, I'm gonna be on it. I want to try that method I seen on TikTok where they shove like sticks of butter in the breast under the skin, and they say that makes some juicy turkey. I might want to try that. So
I mean, I'm all for a juicy turkey, but just shoving butter in places just seems like a recipe for being rushed to the ER because you can't bleed right. No more.
Not if you do it right.
It's gonna lubricate your veins.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Well, that's how you get the Palpatines.
Like my auntie say, the butter gets to you quicker.
I feel like that's just how you get the Palpatines, the heart Palpatines.
Yeah, not if you do it right. But yes, so I'll be doing that. So like Wednesday is probably gonna be turkey dressing and sweet potato pies, and then on the day we just make we do the gravy, macaroni and cheese, and green bean casserole. Yes, I am one of those. I am a green bean casserole black. I do make them. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, and then of course just eating and watching Hallmark movies with my mom in lieu of football, because and yeah, and then probably dip out that Friday and get some poinsettias, some lows on Black Friday, and yep, that's about it. Pretty much a lot of stuff be coming to my house on Amazon.
Bring back Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday has lost all meaning.
Yeah, Cyber Monday's coming back. No, Cyber Monday is like the next week. They just carry over that. They just whatever deals with Black Friday now, they just carry over to the next week.
I have discussed this at work. I said, because everything is moved online, Cyber Monday has lost all meaning. Because Cyber Monday used to mean like you went to the store on Black Friday,
right?
And on Cyber Monday, that's when you went online.
Yeah.
But see, now everything's online, and it's 5 months long.
Yeah.
There is no more Cyber Monday. And I want Cyber Monday to come back. That was a special day for me.
And then they do like Black Friday. But I knew we were cooked. It was like Black Friday in July. And I was like, yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked. We thought this was a good idea.
You're gonna get your first notifications of Black Friday 2025 deals next week.
Right.
Black Friday, no, look, we know we put on a circular that says Black Friday, but that's for next year. Not this year. It's for next year.
And Walmart used to be the new hotness, but now the Walmart shit is mid. I'm like, okay, all right, sure.
They should just have a year-round sale. They could call it reduced prices.
Yeah, that's what they do now. It's called.
What if that's how they're tackling inflation?
Yeah.
It's just like it's a year-round Black Friday. That's how they're bringing the prices down. They don't want to tell you they're reducing prices. They just want to make you think it's a sale. So you buy it on sale.
Right.
Even though the prices are just reduced.
Yes.
Look at that. We're on to you, capitalists and Jeff Keighley. We know our third eyes are wide open.
Indeed. But yeah, that's my week. That's my week is in a whole.
That just says they do that, but you have to sign up to the store app and get their membership card, and the reduced prices are the previous year's prices.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're doing that now, especially with the Walmart Plus stuff.
And that's how they collect your data.
Doing the Walmart Plus stuff. Hell, Kroger is doing that, and that shit with Kroger Boost, and it is like, it makes me audibly laugh. Man, we're exposing so much shit on our show. We're gonna have like 4 eyes. Oh shit! Look at it! Woo! The
4 eyes. Please.
Yo, I'm so amazing. I amaze myself.
Cackling.
Sid, what you got going on this week?
Please tune into this podcast next week for our Black Friday sale.
That's right, baby. Everything is 100% off, including us, because we ain't gonna be here.
Yep. Yeah, 100% off.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What you got going on for 2 weeks?
So,
yeah, that's right. I forgot too. This is the last regular show of the year.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
Last regular show.
I always forget about that part, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be the last regular show. Yeah.
When we say the last regular show, for those of you at home, yearly tradition, the end of the year following our November holidays are Holo Plays, where every episode is a thirst plays. So get ready for a lot of Power Watch Simulator.
Yes, for those who are listening to this on the podcast feeds, it's going to be quiet for a month. Join us over on YouTube, youtube.com/MajorLinux. That's where you're going to find us.
Yes.
For the next, for the month of December.
Yes.
And also, maybe like backtrack through a few episodes, ask us questions, that type of thing. But let's talk about what we're getting into. We're getting into a lot of nothing. I'm taking the month off. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to try to be a semi-responsible adult and not spend an excessive amount of money. And then the first weekend in December,
my 4 eyes are telling me that that's not going to happen.
We are going to Philadelphia. So I might be missing for one of our December Thursdays because I will be talking. I will be like doing convention workshops.
Okay, so Kev, do we need to grill him now or wait till later? He says he's going away
in 2 weeks.
Because see that's what I was saying, like a prior like remember saying I said that there was a grilling for you, but that grilling was on hold.
Is it now off hold?
It's now a hold because Major has like fired it back up because it was like, do we grill him now? Oh yes, we're gonna grill you out. Sin, remember when we were here in this situation, and I lambasted Major for communicating, for not being open and communicating when you had mentioned that the site was down.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Here's I'm gonna touch your hand while I lambast you about what happened to you in the last couple of weeks. The fact that you couldn't have said, hey y'all, you said you were out of communication for a week, and that week became 2, and then that week became more, and I was like, is Sin gonna be here? Is Sin gonna be here today? Now I love doing 2 players, shows with Major. That's never been a problem with me. But you should at least at some point be able to say, hey, I'm gonna be gone for this 1 week is gonna be possibly more. I just want to let y'all know, so that way I know, or at least let Major know in the ways that he was communicating with you, so that way it would allow us to know that we weren't going to see you for the weeks that we didn't see you. And I know things happen. Like I said to Major about the thing, but I know Major happens. But we are better than this. And so you also have to feel the need to communicate with us and being like, hey, this 1 week's going to be a couple weeks. And I might not be on the show. So I just want to let y'all know before. So I don't have to ask Major, hey, Major, where's Sin's going to be here? Is Sin's going to be here today? What about next week? So please, in future endeavors, let us know when you're going to be gone more than the prerequisite 1 week you said you were going to be gone. Please and thank you. In the lambasted /
Amen. That being said,
right, did I miss anything?
That being said, I saw that hiding message that you had up there. What I wanted to say was, this is me mentioning, and I will mention this again in writing so that it is not forgotten, that I will not be here in approximately, let me check my calendar, in 2 weeks from now. Like, this was like, because we talked about this in the DMs and you were just like, hey, let's not do that. And I'm just like, aha, in 2 weeks, I know I will not be here. Let me tell them now while I am thinking about it.
Okay. So that would be the Powerball Simulator episode.
But see, like right there was the minor bit of scolding and then the immediate application of said lesson right there. That's what's happening here.
Right. And that was me. And then this is me reiterating the scolding as of to say, like, I know what you're doing, but in future, don't.
Wait, you do not want me to?
What you did before with not telling us, don't do that. Continue to communicate with us. Yes. That thing you did before, don't do that. This, do more. Do this and more.
Just so it's clear.
What is sending me is that this is I am going to give you the scolding now because you are doing the thing I asked for.
Right. Well, no, we're trying to make sure it doesn't happen again.
It's the reiteration of,
because again, you told us you were going to be gone. You did tell us you were going to be gone the first time. The other 2 were surprises.
The other 2 were like,
oh no, I'm going to an event. It is 4 days long. I will not be gone I'm not going to be in the boat or in the ocean.
But we didn't know any of that beforehand.
Do you see why I'm telling you? Like, do you understand that I'm Major? Do you understand I'm telling you beforehand about the thing with a specific duration?
Remember when I told you that I am scared about mixing my personal and work stuff? So I am intentionally separating it at work this time. It only takes one time for me to be like, yep, never again. Unlike some people in a certain Levant region of the world, never again means never again.
You know, I feel like at this point, I'm just gonna flip a coin, and if it's heads, y'all get advance notice, and if it's tails, y'all get notice exactly like 5 minutes before, and I'm just like, by the way, I'm not here. Where are you?
But also, but also, like a two-headed coin, you still gonna get that. That read is coming.
It's like.
You can say, okay, I'm gonna tell them 5 minutes. That's fine. That's fair. But tell us.
But like, here's what's gonna happen. When I come back,
don't have to have to text you and be like, "Can you coming? I'm out, y'all."
Hey, audience, real quick. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm gonna have to involve you in this. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna pick a random person out of our regulars who are here and just tell them what happened. So when the guys are just like, "Hey, Sin's not here," someone's just like, "Yeah, we know he's over here." Sin, I know Ruin did not just tell me where you were and not you. I know that didn't happen. Absolutely not.
Right. Cause that read's coming. It doesn't matter of, at least we know, but that read is cooking up in the background. that read is like a Yu-Gi-Oh card plays face down and the first turn. It's still there. Waiting to be activated.
I just want to clarify the day specifically. Is it the 5th?
Oh, is it the 5th that I will not be? Is it the 5th that I will not be here? Yes, it is the 5th.
Okay, so yeah. I think that's. Well, I mean, I guess that works because that's Game Awards.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Sid won't be angrily staring at Jeff Keighley all night.
Right. We won't be staring at Jeff Keighley in one screen and like.
Oh, now I know what we can do.
Watching.
Now I know what we could do with the screens. We just put the Game Awards in his spot.
Yeah.
There you go.
That'll work.
We have solved that problem.
And that'll work. And it'll just be playing in the background while and then all of a sudden you hear whoosh, ding, whoosh, ding.
If you are aware of an event called PAX Unplugged for board games and board games and tabletop games, I will be in the convention in that place, talking about boundaries. So fun times. More for that on the Blue Sky if you happen to be there, and then. Aside from that, I will be here and at home reading, minding my business, tending to my cat.
Dope.
Agreed.
Let's see. For me, I forgot to mention, I have a TV now.
It
is now the biggest TV in the house. I've done it. I have finally topped myself. Nice 65-inch Toshiba. That has Fire TV stuff built in, but will never see the light of day because the fuck I'm connecting this thing to the internet. But yes, I have a TV now. So maybe games. I don't know. My PC is connected to it, but it seemed like it was doing weird shit. So I don't know. It does now make me want to get a console, but I can't really justify either one right now. Because there's nothing on PlayStation I want to play, and I feel like if I get into Xbox, then my son will be upset because he can't play Astro Bot. So I might get PlayStation.
I'm looking at them. They're really cheap. They're getting cheap now.
Are they? They're still $4.99.
$4.20. Like I say, now it's Black Friday, so it's like $4.24.
Where is it $4.24?
Target.
Really? Yeah. I thought they were going to announce that deal through. I thought it was PlayStation. I thought PlayStation was going to drop it for Black Friday, but I didn't know if it was like individual stores. Target's got it for $4.24. I might need to start doing some shopping.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm looking at deals now.
That might be this paycheck's big purchase. I'm allowing myself one per. Surprisingly, this 65-inch TV is not the best in the world by any means, but it was $330. So Best Buy 65-inch Toshiba for $330. I was going to spend $450 at most, but then I saw this one was $330. I was like, all right, bet, let's just get that one. Then I saw the one that was for $450. I was like, or do I want to spend a little bit more? And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't. I'm okay. Let's see. I'll be working from home this week. So, hey, any news that would possibly be coming out on Thanksgiving, I'm going to be all over it. But yeah, it'll be the one time I'm home all week and nothing happens because everybody's on vacation. Let's see. I think that's about it, man. I'm just playing some video games. Also upgraded some storage. We have 2 terabytes of NVMe Gen 4 storage in the PC. 1.5 terabytes of micro SD storage in the Steam Deck. And still running out of space on one of my home servers. So eventually a 12 terabytes coming, but that's a big storage thing. That's a big storage problem, or that's a big spin problem with storage there. So, still thinking about moving things over to AWS's glacial storage, where it's like it charge you like bottom basement prices for the storage. It's just that it takes forever to access and download that content. No, not a 12 terabyte SSD. God knows. No. Do they even make those? I've only seen the biggest was 8. Oh, one thing I have been thinking about buying though is a PCIe card that takes NVMEs.
Ooh.
Because now I have a 1 terabyte NVMe drive that I can't put anywhere. So I was thinking it's between that and actually buying like another PCIe card, maybe like for USB ports. But I think I might go the NVMe route instead. There was something I think either Gigabyte or Asus makes a card that does PCIe Gen 4, and I might pick that up and start putting SSDs in there between this PC and my Plex server, so I can have more fast storage on those devices. But yeah, hopefully the storage problem that I've been plagued with for this past year is a thing of the past. Knowing me, it probably won't. But yeah, that's all I got. And on that note, thank you, everybody. I know it's been running. Oh, geez, this ran long for no reason yet again. But hey,
time flies when you're time flies. I would say time flies when you're having fun. Time is a flat circle and a soup.
Yeah, the Gen 3 version, that's not bad. I might stick with the Gen 3. I don't need it to be super fast. I just want a place to stick NVMe's in. But yeah, so thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays, the last Tech Talk Thursdays of the year for 2024. Again, if you were listening on the podcast version at majors.house/TTT, this is the last show that will appear on this feed. If you want to catch up with us for the rest of the year, starting in December, I recommend that you go to majors.house/TTTvid. That will take you to the YouTube playlist for Tech Talk Thurs Plays videos. Or Tech Talk Hollow Plays videos for the rest of the year, starting off with Game Awards and Power Wash Simulator. If you're watching the old feed, if you're listening to the podcast feed, of course, you can go to twitch.tv/MajorLinux, where you can catch the live recordings of these episodes and much, much more that I may or may not do on this channel, if it's even here tomorrow. You can support me on Ko-fi, whatever.
Yes.
Really appreciate it if you do. It is not required of you to do so, but it would really help if you did. This is a community supported endeavor, And because I am a part of the community, I support it. And I do a damn good job doing it. But hey, anybody helping to lighten the load be fantastic, would be great. And again, appreciate everybody, and especially because it's the last show of the year. If all you listen to is this podcast, you don't watch the gaming, the holo plays and the Thursday plays. I do want to say thank you again. Have an amazing 2024. Thank you specifically for helping out during this past year and a half. We wouldn't have been able to make it this far, to be as successful as we were, to be able to still record the show if it was not the support of the community, whether it was monetary, whether it was emotional, mental, all of that. Thank you so much. Again, I mean it every time I say it, but this time it really does mean a lot. We've been through some shit. I've personally been through some shit. But this show has definitely kind of kept me in my right mind for the most part, being able to be here almost every week to do these shows. It's been fucking fantastic. And I appreciate you all being here and supporting Major's House, Gesture Analyst, the Major Linux Show, Tech Talk Today, when that was a thing during the summer, and even Tech Talk Thursdays. Thank you so much for supporting the Major's House Network, everything that we do here. I really do appreciate it. And on that, we got to get up out of here. Of course, we'll see you all in 2 weeks. We will not be here tomorrow. Everybody else is eating turkey. I'm not eating turkey. I'm eating chicken. But yeah, we'll be in 2 weeks. Of course, you could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream, or you could have been reading the Tech and Gaming News yourself, but you said no, thank you. The news is giving me heart palpitines. And for that, I say thank you. Well, you should get the heart palpitines checked out though. And all I've got left to say to one of the people is nobody is going to save us but ourselves. We are all we got. I love you and peace.
Wakanda forever.
See y'all next year, podcast folks. Bye.